Hello, lovelies. Welcome to another edition of Emerging Energy by Tell You the Truth. My name is Talia. I'll be your host for the week of August 20th through the 27th. We have the Emerging Energy Update. How is everybody? How are you all doing? It's been tough. So this week, there are two main things that I wanted to go and talk about with you guys. But one of them was, and I feel like this is for only certain people, but there's this wave of people still not realizing these hidden truths and shadow aspects in themselves, or not wanting to see the dark side of let's just say their personality or things from their past or karma that need to be looked at in order to move into the process of growth instead of resistance. So I feel like there's been a lot of people that have had it really rough, but I want you to look at the resistance that you've had with this journey. If that that happens to be you. So I'm feeling like some people feel like there's a situation in their life right now that is out of control, that they can't get a grip on, and that they've been trying to get a grip on, that we've been trying to maintain, that is really a lesson in being able to let go of the control of the situation. And a lot of times that's difficult for us to do, especially when it affects us emotionally. It shows us things that we don't want to see, and it also feels like we are powerless. That is actually not the case, and ironically enough, as soon as you release that resistance and let go, there is a feeling of being empowered without needing to control outside circumstances. It's such a beautiful and releasing and amazing, awing feeling to get out of this path of resistance that you've been fighting for. And then realizing that afterwards you really, really can laugh at it and be like, that was, something I didn't need to hang on to. But usually it's only in hindsight, unfortunately, as human beings, that we do this. So this week, I want you to really, 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 really trust and have faith in the universe. The universe is on your side. It's just something that needs to be brought up in order for you to heal. You need to relinquish control. We need to all practice gratitude and be in this space of humility. Be in a space of shedding of the ego, shedding of control. This is really what we're all doing right now as a mass consciousness. We're all just shedding away our old belief patterns and our old things. So don't fight against it. Just let it happen, because we're literally going through a caterpillar to butterfly transformation. And I know it's so uncomfortable for a lot of us right now, but we just have to be consciously aware that if we resist, it's only going to create more resistance. There's also a big feeling of a lot of people going through personal growth through heartbreak. And And just, again, focus that the universe has your back, and know that whatever this heartbreak is that you're going through, that in the bigger scheme of things, this is going to be for your own benefit and for everybody around you. We just have to really come to the place of humility, of feeling that awe, that presence that's bigger than just ourselves as people, as humans. We need to really get into that presence of letting go into the infinity, and just the loving being of in the moment. So with that, my next thing that I wanted us to focus on this week is connecting not only with children in your life and really giving them the love and attention this week, for your kids or for the children that you have in your life, but also connecting with your inner child, connecting with the child that you used to be, the child that is still there and loving and wanting attention, that pure soul that came into this world. We all have an inner child. We all have this beautiful, untouched purity that we kind of push aside to become mature adults in this society. But this week I really want you to be able to remember yourself as a child. Remember the way you thought. Remember the way that you were more uninhibited. The way that you would look at nature. The way that you would look at adults. And just connect with that inner child. Give your inner child a hug this week. Give your inner child a hug. That even feels good to say. Please do that for yourself. And that's another really good way to connect with humility and with source energy and with the beauty that connects us all. But with the children in your life that are here in this reality, be present with them, please, this week. Make sure to engage with them. Make sure that if they're playing a make-believe game, get in it. Come into that make-believe world of theirs and play with them for a while and remember and see how it is to be a kid again. I think that's really imperative this week. I feel like a lot of us right now have choices, a lot of choices that are coming up, and that this is just a reminder, and I feel like this is going to go on for a couple weeks. Lots of new opportunities, because things have really been coming to an end after this eclipse season. So now there's a lot of new opportunities coming in, and we have this harnessed power. A lot of us have already harnessed this beautiful essence of ourselves and this new potential, and with that is becoming a lot more opportunities. So just remember to tune into your heart, tune into your passion, and tune in with your joy, and make sure that all these decisions or these opportunities that you have are all going to be beneficial to you. And so just make sure that you really follow what will serve you the best, what will serve your dreams, your desires, your passions, your wishes, your loves, your heart's desires, what will serve that the best, and give those opportunities your full attention, and really discard some of the other ones, even if they might seem like a really, really good idea, really good deal, whatever it is. If it's not fully engaging you, if it's not fully what your heart wants, then somebody else will come in, and that will be their full heart's desire. But for right now, focus on the opportunities that you have that are really, really serving your soul and your purpose. Also, I have a message. I believe that this was last week and even maybe the week before last. But we have a message to make sure that we're celebrating our accomplishments, because there has been so many things going on this summer, so many ups and downs, so many almost, I want to say, struggles, internally, externally, things that kind of shake you to your core. So again, this week, focus on those accomplishments that you have. You've made it through the muck and the mire. You've made it through this summer. You've made it through eclipse season. You're still strong. In fact, you're probably stronger than you were before the summer started. And really just pat yourself on the back and make sure to keep doing that self-care. Make sure that you're not losing sight of the love that for yourself, and making sure that you're taking care of your body and you're allowing yourself some downtime and some joy for yourself. Also, I feel like this week there's going to be a lot of responsibilities and obligations, and I feel like a lot of us might be able to easily get swallowed into feeling like it's overwhelming and the responsibilities are just piling in. So I have been told to remind you to find balance in fulfilling your responsibilities. What do you like about? Like, doesn't it feel good to fulfill responsibilities? So focus more on the good part of getting the responsibilities done than actually resisting the responsibilities until it has to happen. I think that will really, really benefit us all, including myself. So I feel like there are going to be a lot of responsibilities this week, and we just have to make sure that we are seeing the end goal and loving that we're doing it and finding little joys in everyday things. And really, I feel like this also connects with focusing on your inner child, focusing on the children in your life, and being childlike in that sense, so that you can really appreciate doing these responsibilities. Like, I remember I loved doing the dishes. Like, the first couple weeks, it was a big deal that I got that responsibility. I think I was like 14. And I got the responsibility of doing the dishes for a family of 5. And I loved it the first couple weeks. And then it got a little tedious. But if we can just channel that excitement about, oh wow, like I get to be an adult, I get these responsibilities, it might help this week instead of feeling bogged down. So the last thing that I wanted to touch on, and this actually came in pretty strong this week, is that I feel like a lot of us are starting to cluster in groups. A lot of us are finding our tribe, or finding our people, our like-minded souls, our like-minded people, and that we're either finding them now or we're already starting to work with them. And I think that a lot of this is part of mass consciousness wanting to grow faster. A lot of these groups that we are going to be put in are going to mirror aspects of ourselves back to us. So with these group connections, just be really, really aware of your emotions and your triggers and what is coming up for you, and allow others to be creative and allow yourself to be creative. But also, this is one of those things where, again, you have to listen to your heart. Is this your ego that wants you to be right in the process of the creation, or is this spirit really guiding you and making you really want to push this point of, this will benefit our community, this will benefit the creative collective? So there's a lot of projects that are starting up. I feel like there's a lot of dreams that now are coming to fruition, that are finally taking those first baby steps, and we are really revving up for this new earth, this new this new way of living. I think a lot of us, this is why there's so much growth going on. There's so much turmoil and ups and downs, and people really getting hit where, it was kind of a weak spot, like an Achilles heel kind of thing. And we're all getting pushed in these, these hard times, but only so that we can grow and expand, and we can learn from this, and we can really harness this energy into a creative force that is just going to overtake our society as a whole and really become more of a loving society, more of a peaceful and understanding and compassionate society, not only to others but also to ourselves. And I think we really need to work on healing these internal wounds that we might not even be telling anybody, and really, really be truthful and honest with yourself about what is holding you back, what is limiting you from your potential, what is limiting you from your dreams, your creativity, what is limiting you. And this can be something that you can ask your inner child. We all came here for a purpose. We all came here to bring something of ourselves to this world. We need to be brave enough to step it up and shed away all of this gunk that we have collected from society, and the shoulds, and the way things need to be, and that's just not right, and that's wrong. And we all have a perspective, and we were all raised differently. We were all in different environments and families and cultures, and it's so beautiful if you look at it as a whole. But we're not right or wrong. It's really about understanding each other's perspectives. And then it becomes beautiful, and then it becomes love in such a pure way, in such a beautiful way. So I'm actually going to read an excerpt from Alana Fairchild and her Sacred Rebels guidebook, and it really touched me, so I'm going to read this and end on this note. So I actually drew this oracle card, and it's called Collaborative Dreaming. It's number 28 on her Sacred Rebel deck. This oracle comes with particular guidance for you at this phase of your life and your creative journey. You are no longer to think of yourself as a lone wolf. Yes, you have your unique path to tread, but you now have tasks to accomplish for your own growth and the greater good that require more than a one-man band. You will still do your own work, of course. However, others are on their way to help you. There is only so much a single drop of water can do on its own, though it is precious. Together, these drops can become a wave and make a considerable impact in the world. You are part of a wave of loving consciousness, and you are meant to be exploring collaborative dreams, healing relationships, and conscious communities. Some connections will be short-lived and perhaps involve some learning experiences that you are hopeful of never needing to repeat. Others will be longer-term loves. But either way, you will emerge more of yourself and more in connection with the world that wants your ideas, presence, energy, and your light. Many, many, many blessings. Namaste, lovelies. It's been a pleasure, and I will see you next week for another energy reading with Emerging Energy by Talia the Truth. My name is Talia. You're welcome to follow me on Instagram at Talia the Truth. It's TAHLYA the Truth. And I also have a website if you're interested in any of my services. And just leave a comment. I would love to hear from you guys. and really, really hone in on individuals' energy. Thank you so much for listening. Namaste.